Hello, Abyssal Travelers. My name is Nyla, and I will be your guide through the abyss. Today, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a harsh reality, or a harsh truth. The thing about, spirituality is a lot of people out there jump into spirituality because they are seeking answers to questions that it that it won't really answer. They are seeking they're seeking answers to questions of why they are here, why the world is the way that it is. And this is probably the worst reason to get into spirituality, because it opens the door for people to manipulate you and to trick you into giving them money. Um, and sometimes even giving everything that all of your money, everything that you have. Um, Jumping into spirituality because you want to know, you know, who you are, where you're going in life, and all of this other stuff is just not a good idea. Spirituality can be great if you're at a point in your life where you are stable, where you have, good friends, good family, you know, and then you can ask, those questions of if there is more to life, if there is more to just, more to this than just, um, the average 9 to 5, come home, parent the kids, do what you gotta do, around the house, your hobbies, whatever they might be. But jumping into spirituality, um, specifically because you want to know who you are, is not, is not a good idea. It's just not a good idea. Because when you do that, um, other people other people will tell you who you are rather than you figuring it out for yourself. A lot of people will begin to tell you who you are, what you should be doing, how you should be doing it, what you should be believing, what you should be practicing. So it's not a good idea. It's not ideal. Um, Spirituality should come second, after you've built your life, after you've, gotten yourself to a place of stability mentally, physically, spirit and spiritually. Um, you know, uh, you should be studying and looking into every spiritual practice that you're interested in. Like, heavily studying, heavily looking into this stuff. Um, you know, I would I would personally recommend that you don't really get into spirituality until you've done at least 1 to 2 years full of just study. Study, research, whatever it is, whether it's online, whether it's books, whether it's, asking people who are in the practice, what it's like, you know, um, what they believe, how they believe it, you know, um, what their spiritual practice is like, all of the questions. And if, there aren't really any consistent answers in one specific type of belief. I would be more skeptical, a lot more skeptical and a lot more cautious with that, because it's possible that that you might be diving into a cult, and that's that's never good for anyone. So yeah, I would be extra careful with that. Um, but yeah, as I said, don't dive into spirituality asking who you are. Find yourself first, and then if you want to go into spirituality, to ask if there to deeper dive into your into who you are, where you're going, you know and all of this other stuff. That's perfectly fine, but don't do it before you've already asked those questions and come to a solid conclusion, of who you are, where you're going, what you want to do, um, you know, all of the important questions in life. And then you can go into spirituality with more confidence, with more vigor, with more passion, to know yourself better, to know what your purpose is, what to know better what purpose you've chosen for yourself. I wouldn't say what your purpose is. That's one of those other situations of people telling you who you are and where you're going and what you should be doing. But to better know and understand purpose that you've chosen for yourself, that you've decided to pursue, whatever it is. Um, but that's the issue with spirituality these days, is that people jump into it asking other people to tell them who they are, where they're going, what they should be practicing, how they should be practicing. And then what happens is all of these cults spring up, and then and now you've got a whole other mess to deal with. Getting out of this cult situation that you found yourself in, because a lot of these people are crazy and they will hurt you. A lot of the time, they will hurt you for trying to leave. And so, a lot. It's a mess. It's a big mess. So, as I said, find yourself first. Put yourself first before spirituality, and then you can dive deeper, and then you can ask the deeper questions, about yourself, about your life, about your situation, about the purpose that you've chosen for yourself, um, about the universe and all of that and all the other questions that you might have. But you need a foundation. You absolutely need a foundation first, so that people cannot easily manipulate you into their cults and into their biased ideals of what spirituality is supposed to be, um, of what practices are good and what practices are bad. There's a whole thing in witchcraft where people invented this black magic and white magic nonsense. Um, and so I definitely don't recommend spirituality from my experience if you're not if you don't already know who you are, where you're going, what your aspirations are, what you desire. Because as I said, people will start to tell you tell you those things, and shape you to be who they want you to be, rather than you becoming who you really are. Um, And you don't want that, because once people start shaping you into who they want you to be, um, it's easier for you to fall that um into that pattern with everyone, with everything, you know, news, the media, social media, even YouTube, yeah, religion, you know, um, corporations, whatever it might be, it's going to make it easier for them to manipulate you and shape you into the person that they want you to be. Regardless of whether you realize it or not. And the most of the time, you're not going to realize it because you're not really paying attention to it. Your mind is so focused on, asking the big question of who you are, and what's the purpose of life, that you don't realize that other people are shaping you into, shaping you, molding you into, whatever they want you to be, whatever they want you to believe, whatever they want you to put out into the world. Whether it be political, whether it be business wise, whether it be spiritual, whether it be religious, um, even in just your average everyday life, the way that you live, the way that you dress, the way that you walk, the way that you talk, the type of language that you use. Well, I wouldn't say language, more the type of speech, and yeah, the type of speech that you use. There are a lot of people out there who will, you know, um, go ape shit over you saying specific words to them or around them. And even as a trans person myself, I see a lot of that as just a load of nonsense. These people are very insecure about themselves and about their lives and about who they are, and they expect other people to, just work their lives around them, around how they feel, around what they're doing. Um, and that's not how reality works, and that's not how life works. You know, as yeah, as shitty as that is, for a lot of people, you have to learn how to work your way around life. To do the dance, without being rigid. Be limber and loose and fluid, and not let other people's opinions and thoughts and feelings affect the way that you live your life. And so, that's how it is. It sucks. Nobody wants to admit it. Everyone wants it to be, that the world revolves around them and their life, but that's not gonna happen. It's not the way that things work, and it's probably never going to be the way that it works. Unfortunately, um, I would love for us to live in a utopia where, everyone gets exactly what they need when they need it. Um, but we're a long, long, long ways from even remotely becoming close to anything like that. Especially, with the way things are right now, we can tell that it's going to be a long ways away. because people can't even handle the idea of someone transitioning from male to female in order to feel good about themselves, to feel confident about themselves, to live the life the way that they want to live it, because it's outside of what they consider normal. if people cannot even, if people can't even handle that, you think you think that our society is going to be anywhere close to becoming a utopia anytime soon? I don't think so. But yeah, just be very careful um, with your spiritual journey, and don't jump into spirituality before you're ready to, before you've really ready to it, before you've had before you've built yourself a really strong foundation. Um, and you can mentally and emotionally prepare yourself for the things that you're going to see and hear, so that you can be critical and analytical about those things and weed out the people who are just trying to get your money, or building a cult. um, you know because there's a lot of them out. So anyway, that's gonna wrap up this video. I hope this video has been informative and helpful for you guys. If you did enjoy the video, please leave a like down below. It helps push these videos out in the algorithm. It also helps to build the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I hope this video has earned your subscription, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Shadows whisper slow.